trained, best educated.
Lisa Bloom said it best this morning, and I didn't realize how effective she was in the civil rights as a civil rights attorney. And she said some real stuff. And you know, I was tweeting with Roland Martin, the show this morning, News One.
Yes.
And I was going along with it. Like at this point and at this stage in the game, if there's any police situation that needs to be investigated, the local authorities can't do it. It has to be federally done, and or a prosecutor that just deals with police brutality and police situations.
Right.
Take it out of that own community, out of that local, because of course they're going to find.
Right, just with the Michael Brown situation, the prosecutor, had his father was a police officer. His mother worked at the police, with the police for the past 20 some odd years, and he had a stake. The prosecutor works with the police in order to prosecute. There was no way in God's green earth that Michael Brown was going to get a fair shot, because that's basically according to the system that you that you so eloquently put in, it talked about. That's what basically it is. It's understand what it is. It's those that have power and those without.
Yes.
I mean, it just so happens that it falls on race, but at the end of the day, it's those with power and those without.
That's right.
We as a people, as black people, we don't know, as black people, not Africans, that came over and immigrated and became Americans. Black people, the ones that was on the boat, they came over here, that the ancestors came on the boat, picked cotton, got subjugated to all this, indoctrination of Christianity and all this other stuff, these things of this nature. We don't know who we are.
Exactly.
There you go.
We don't know who we are. And I think that's what gets lost in the translation. A lot of times people try to understand the black dynamic. To understand the black dynamic is something that you're going to have to explain that to us, because we don't understand the black dynamic.
And a CNN reporter said that, today he said, I need more white people to understand. And it was a white reporter. He said, there's no way a white man can understand why the black race is acting so, to them, vigilantes and so irate. They will never understand it. So he said, when you go back and do the history, take your time, do the history, and understand what the black race has been through, you'll understand the rage behind it.
And here's one thing that, that really, Deron, he actually, my other member in the group, we spoke about this today in Lim. We are the only race that has ever been persecuted and has never had an apology done in our name, as far as reparations and all that things are concerned.
Right.
When the Japanese came up when they got when it was martial law back in the 1940s and stuff during World War II, they got an apology. When the Jews, with the Nazi
Holocaust.
Germany and the Holocaust and everything, they got an apology. Black people to this day have not gotten an apology, and I think that's what psychologically, that will open the door for us to at least start the mending process.
Right.
Because what you're basically saying to us, we're not even acknowledging what y'all been through. We're not acknowledging the fact that your family has been separated and like
raped and all that stuff.
Raped and murdered and lynched, all in the name of Christianity and power. And so those are the acknowledgement. It's one thing you have to be acknowledged, and I think while we're acting out, it's just like your proverbial bad child. The reason why a child's so bad, why? Is because he wants attention. Wants acknowledgement. I'm acting out because I want you to acknowledge me. That's the reason why these black people are acting out, because they want acknowledgement. They want to know that if I do go out and vote, it's going to actually mean something. You actually give a damn about what I'm telling you. That's why it hurts so badly. Because we're sitting here, we're bleeding just like you. We're upset just like you. When the nation hurt, we hurt. But at the same time, when it comes time for me, to get a fair share, we don't get it. And that's the acknowledgement. That's what the lack of the acknowledgement, I think, and the lack of us being, the things that happen to us, but for the world not to acknowledge it.
Well, the interesting part of this, of the Eric Garner's jury decision, grand jury decision, there was 12, I think, black jurors and 11 or 12. What is it? 23 on the grand jury.
Yeah, don't get me to.
But it was not equal but there were more than 3. You know what I'm saying? And for that, to have that many influential and still not get the indictment,
something else got to be happening.
It's political.
It's political.
Very, that's what
very
like you
political, like you said.
You can be bought. And at the end of the day, you have to vote. You have to be a registered voter. Let me not say you have to vote. Let's say you have to be a registered voter to sit on a jury. If you want to make a change, you, regardless if you believe in it or not, be at least a point to you're able to get on a jury and make that decision. You know what I mean?
That's good.
Don't complain about it if you're not registering to vote to get on a jury panel to help make that change.
Fight the power! Fight the power! We got to fight the powers that be!